Listening to music sounds so easy, especially for the idea of clicking shuffle and being able to go in and listen to your favorite music, or just skip through and deciding which song feels like it's the best one to choose out of. Especially with an iPod. This is my regular iPod, which is a 6th generation iPod Classic from 2007, and I actually traded this off for a little while to use this, which is an iPod mini 2nd gen, and I'm gonna review it. I was hoping the camera was gonna focus faster. Let's talk about it. I've owned this iPod Classic for a matter of 2 years at this point, so I was wondering exactly how the iPod mini would fare up against. Now, a couple of things that I gotta say about this guy is this is a modded guy, which includes 128 gigabytes of storage, a brand new battery, and it is a green iPod. And with the green click wheel, as you can see, I mean, it has a little bit of a scratch in the middle and everything. I think I paid around $160. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I have been using this for a few weeks after I bought this, including my New Hampshire trip that I went on for my birthday. And there are some things which I do really like about this iPod. I mean, one thing is this was originally 4 gigs, but it has 128 gigabytes on an SD card. If you compare the sizes of the two, it's a little bit different. But, I mean, the one thing about this design, which I just dropped the belt clip, I actually like how slick it feels. Like, it feels very, very slick. It's very easy to use. I mean, it's also got a monochrome display, which is very easy for you to use. I mean, the backlight is one thing you can't really adjust. But I mean, who would want to adjust it, right? It also has a hold switch, headphone jack, and then also a remote port, which you can use with accessories, including the official Apple accessory that is basically a remote, which also has a clip on it. And then you also got the 30-pin connector, which this was the very first iPod that officially supported FireWire and USB for not only the capability of syncing, but also charging. So you could charge this iPod, well, technically the 1st gen was the first one, but this is the 2nd gen, so technically I'm counting both generations. The general design between the 1st and the 2nd gen minis were basically the same. There was a few different color changes, but also the click wheel was a different color as well. Instead of just silver or gray, it was basically based on the color that it actually was. But then you also actually had different storage options on it, like this one's a 4 gigabyte model, but you could also get a 6 gigabyte model with this particular iPod. Time for some things which I do and do not like about this iPod. Again, I do really like the design. It's very small, it's very elegant. I'd say that I would use this on a regular. I mean, it's not quite as big as the normal iPod Classics of the day, which, I mean, if you consider the 3rd gen, which was the iPod which was selling alongside this guy, it's definitely a difference, but there's also another consideration, the fact that this is almost, I think, the same thickness, if not a bit thinner. But another thing which I have to bring up is the belt clip, officially licensed by Apple, and you can basically can't even tell because of the focus. This was an official Apple accessory alongside with the arm strap, which was basically the same thing, just with an arm strap around it, and it basically just clipped in like this, and then you could attach it to your belt. And I was using this almost every day when I was using this mini. It wasn't that easy to pop out, which was good because that meant that you wouldn't lose. Well, I can't even entirely say that, because if it was a case where something was pushing up against it, it could easily pop out. But very much a case that it wasn't that easy to pop out. It was also very easy to access the iPod. Like this was this went on my belt, and even the thin belt that I had, it was still nice. I mean, it moved around a little bit, but not very much so. And I also do like the remote port, which, I mean, the remote port wasn't something I really used all the time, but it was still nice. Like, I would occasionally use it, but I wouldn't use a remote personally all the time. But some things which I do not like about this iPod: the display. Again, it's monochrome, which is easier to see in the sun. The backlight is very bright, but you cannot adjust the backlight at all. Like, it means that if you were using this guy in the dark, I mean, sure, it would be easy to see, but it also keep you awake if you were trying to use it. Like, let's say you were going to go to sleep, This guy has an adjustable backlight, which, I mean, as you can see from as I go and scroll down through here, there we go. And then adjust the backlight if I really want to. I'm just gonna keep it low since I'm using it for the video. Final thing which I do not like about the Mini, which is really the biggest reason why I don't use the Mini, is the design. This is made out of anodized aluminum, which means it's very strong, it's very nice, it has a shape which it stays as, but it also means it limits how much customization is actually allowed with this iPod. Unlike the Classic, on the other hand, where you could just basically customize it to your liking, which, I mean, immediately to say, like, the customization is so much different. Like, you can change the front plate, the click wheel, the back plate, you can make it thicker, which also means that you can actually add a bigger battery, different storage options, or change the headphone jacks. You can do so much more. You can add Bluetooth to this guy as well. Unlike this guy, which, I mean, is basically limited from its own shell. I mean, the customizations are kind of fun. I mean, you can do storage, change the battery, but that's basically it. Like, you can't do so much more unless it's like software modifications, which, I mean, not everybody's gonna want Rockbox. I mean, I even prefer just the classic iPod OS. I mean, it's so nice and elegant. This was also before the iPod Photo as well, so this was like the actually being able to see media like videos and pictures were not even a thing on the iPod Mini, which meant the monochrome display was basically limited. I mean, the iPod Photo came out in 2004. I mean, I stopped using this guy for, well, the design's sake, and the battery life was also a limitation for the fact that I have a bigger battery and bigger storage. I mean, it's the same amount of storage as this guy, but this guy had a bigger battery, and you don't even need to charge it every couple weeks. You can leave it, you can use it all the time, it can last hours on end, even months on end on standby, if you really wanted to use it like that. Which generally, I mean, this iPod could do. I mean, you could totally throw a bigger battery in it. Just call it a battery pack. It's not really elegant, which is why I stopped using it, but it's still a nice iPod if you don't need a lot. I mean, you could totally use this with 64 gigs. I mean, it's kind of like the iPod, the secondary iPod, which you use alongside the Classic. I like the design, but it isn't for me. I would still use the Classic either way, especially for the fact that I've had this for basically 2 years, as you can see in some Markiplier video. Still would totally use this. It's a beautiful iPod, it's customizable, you can change the battery to make it so it's lasting weeks to months on end without a charge. This is limited. I like the Beltclip though. So I'm gonna say thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I've been wanting to talk about the iPod Mini for a few weeks now, but I mean, I haven't gotten around to it. Also, I added a calendar behind there, so 2026 is coming up. I'll see you guys later when I finally talk about Tomorrowland. Bye.